Hi, I'm Sydney. I just wanted to share my story with Brighter Image Lab. I received my smile from them 2 years ago, and it's still looking amazing. It looks like my teeth. I had gaps between all of my teeth in the front. After pregnancies, my teeth were breaking off. I couldn't afford to get what I needed done. Googling stuff, I came across Brighter Image Lab. The process was so much simpler than I could have ever imagined. They are so kind and helpful with any questions. They're so easy to take in and out. They're amazing. For sure, recommend them for anyone that has self-confidence issues with their smile or teeth. It makes a huge difference feeling good about your smile, more than you would really think until you actually have it. They're the way to go. Thank you again, Brighter Image Lab.
My name is Joel, and I had gold crowns for most of my life. As I got older, I felt like they held me back a little bit. So I reached out to Brighter Image Lab in hopes for a good experience, and I can tell you right now that this is what I started out with. I had spacing. I lost one of the gold crowns and the tooth broke off. This is what Brighter Image gave me. Jeez, I love it. I can't thank you guys enough. They're perfect. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. Everybody was helpful, knowledgeable, patient. They answered every question that I had. It was a seamless experience. If you're one of those people who often find yourself doing a lot of things for other people, this is one thing that I suggest you do for yourself. It will definitely change your life. Thank you.
I've been using Brighter Image Lab veneers for a long time now. The experience is absolutely amazing. The veneers, they're super comfortable. They give you your confidence back. Everyone at Brighter Image Lab definitely wants to make sure that you are taken care of. Thank you, Brighter Image Lab.
My package arrived. I broke my veneers that I use to help manage my pain, and I used Brighter Image Lab to align my front teeth. And my veneers, look how quick they change everything. Look how beautiful. That's how quick. Here are the bottoms. They vice grip on. Did you hear them snap? Look at that. In seconds, I have my confidence back. My teeth immediately align. More people need to know that this is an option to have clip-on veneers that can instantly boost your confidence because you can brighten your smile. This might be the answer you've been looking for.
Bill Veneers, Brighter Image Lab, right? I cannot wait for you guys to see what these look like. So a little history, trying to keep this short, clear, and concise. I purchased a pair of Bill Veneers not too long ago, and this is what they look like. I absolutely love these veneers. This is what they look like. I have nothing but good and positive things to say about those veneers, but check this out. These, my friend, are the Incredible veneers. These are ultra white, and oh my God. And oh my God. Bill was so kind and so generous to send me these bad boys. Look at that. I don't know who this is. I've never seen him before. I don't know who this is. Look at that, look. Cheese. Guess what the best part about these? The people that I speak to, I'm a film director and I'm an active duty service member. The people that I speak to have no idea. I'm thinking about making a video going to ask strangers what they think about my smile. And then when I ask them that one question, I'm gonna say, how much do you think I paid for these? and I'm curious to see what the response is. Check this out. If you guys are interested in getting a pair of Bill Veneers or Incredible Veneers, I recommend both. But I'm gonna be rocking these ones. Look at that, look. They look real. They're contoured. They go up and down to your gum line. They fit perfectly. You get what you pay for. If you are a businessman, businesswoman, you understand that you get what you pay for. Also, lisp, where I don't hear one. And I've only been wearing these for 1 day. So, I think it comes down to experience and craftsmanship and give a fuck. Brighter Image Labs, they care. He even signed my box. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, you guys can reach out to me on Instagram. Seals Photography Films. Had to sneak up on you real quick. Look. Go get you a pair of Incredible Veneers or Bill Veneers. I am proud. I am blessed. And thank you again, Bill. You are really out here changing lives. You are passionate, and we can definitely see that. Thank you, and God bless.
Before Brighter Image, I never had the confidence to smile. If I was gonna smile, it would be no teeth. And now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stop smiling. Thank you so much, Brighter Image. I absolutely love my veneers beyond what I was anticipating or expecting.
Hey guys, thank you very much for being here today. In case you don't know me, my name is Bill Watson, and I'm a smile designer for Brighter Image Lab. A lot of you know me, and some of you don't. Guys, if you're new here, let me tell you a little bit about what we do. At Brighter Image Lab, we make a lab direct snap-on dental veneer, and it's removable. But what I want to tell you more than anything, we make a smile makeover that's so impressive it competes with cosmetic dentistry. I promise you that every day on every level. Everybody here works to design a smile that actually fits your face, that's going to do some things in the future that'll leave a person feeling confident about their smile. 90% of the people who come to me are people who come to me because something happened or something's wrong with their smile. And with that, today, if you don't know that, our lab direct process is something I want you to know about, something guys, I've been doing this for 25 years. So with that, if you haven't seen our veneer, I'll tell you, this is a good chance for me to actually put one on. People asked me last week, do you wear your veneer? And so I want you to know that I truly love my dental veneer. And I know firsthand that I don't just sell a product that's made for other people. I wear it and I make it for the people that are closest to me and the people I care about, the people who want to have an amazing smile. And what I want you to know is that most of the people who come to me are considering something else. Dental veneers, implants, they're looking at possibly having to go into dentures. And I guess the most of what we try to do is let them know that you have a choice. And there's two things about a choice. One is that you have one, and two, you get to make that choice. And a lot of times what we do is just buy people time so they can do more research and consider what it is that they're trying to do and what they're getting themselves into, and understanding a little bit more about the cost. So let's get started, guys. Today I want to talk to you about a new introducing the best cosmetic dental alternative. And I've got a video I want to show you. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, guys. Oh, we skipped one. Here we go. Hey, guys, I want to say some hi to people. Twin, thank you for coming in today. Box Lord, I love my new smile. Thank you, Box Lord. I hope I'm saying your name right. Ewan, thank you so much. What are you doing, kiddo? Thank you. Ewan's, thank you, the world. Let me see what else I got. What am I talking about now? Guys, that's a video that explains our process. And basically what we try to do, we serve people who don't want to have their teeth grinded down to stumps, that need a smile to improve their appearance and want to be their best person. Guys, I'll tell you, there's so much data on what a smile does for you that it's hard to even talk about it. But I will say some of the data says that the number one facial feature that people notice about you is your smile. And the big thing is have a smile that's designed for you, that's made to fit your face. And I hope that you see that with the smiles that we design. Every one of them is completely unique. They're not the same. I don't make the same smile for women as I do men, and I don't make the same smile for one person as I would another. Every smile is completely unique and it's designed to fit that person's face. It's the reason why the after pictures are so incredibly important to me. Guys, this week I want to talk to you about smiles over 50. And I've got a guest person that I want to introduce today, somebody that's a friend of mine that I've known for years. But I know him through work and I know him professionally through work. But I think a lot of him. And I think I did a smile about 5 years ago. And I don't know how many years it's been, maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't know. But with that, we did a smile for him and he called me and said, hey, it's time to look at another smile. And we said, why don't you drop by and get it? So from what I understand, he's here today and I'm going to bring him in a few minutes. Today, we're talking about smiles that are over 50. Before I say too much, I want to talk to you about this lady. And this is an example of some of the smiles that we do, but this lady blows me away. She's very happy. I'm very appreciative that she chose me to be her smile designer. And I will tell you, this lady could have went to anyone in the world, any dentist in the world, which is what you're going to find is common with the majority of the people I have over 50. Is finances is not the problem. It's just making the best choice. The guest that I'm going to have today could have went to any cosmetic dentist in the country, and he chose me. This young lady could have went to any cosmetic dentist in the country, and I think that's going to be true for the other people I show you. So remember, it's not about choice. It's about time and avoiding pain, and about something that will help you achieve an objective without going into 10 or 20 or 30 or $40,000. And guys, these pictures aren't the best pictures in the world. They're not professional photographers. We just took them ourselves, or they took them themselves and sent them in. And with that, this shows you what typical results can be. If you look at, can we see her before pictures? If we look at her before pictures, guys, if you'll zoom in on that, I guarantee you the before and the afters are more.
Well, I have my veneers. Took a while.
Well, let's just watch this video right quick. Let's go ahead and watch the video.
I had to chase them down. Saturday, I wasn't at home when they were delivered. Today, I went to the post office to pick them up. Oh, wow. I don't know what to say about them. I am so thrilled. I have never opened my mouth this wide to speak. Usually, I was always hiding. There is a difference in feeling. I've only had them in my mouth for maybe 40 minutes, but I will get used to them. I love the way they look. I am so excited to show family and friends what they look like, and I will brag them up I can't wait to tell everybody. Thank you so much. Bye now.
The reason why I want to show you that is because clearly you can tell that this lady spent more than 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 years with a bad smile, and we changed it in 2 minutes. Literally, it took her 2 minutes from the time she pulled them out of her postal, checked her mail, opened up her package. I can tell you wholeheartedly, this lady is through the roof with the confidence of her smile. This is the smile that she would have, I guarantee it, she would have wanted it 10 or 20 years ago. And today she wants it just as bad then. This is not the smile of the past. This is the smile of the future. Think about the things that she's done with this smile just since she's had it. Month, 2 months, something like that. Literally everywhere she goes, all of her pictures, all of her presentations, all of her energy, you can just see a different person. And what I want to tell you is, I told you before, the number one facial features. And remember, over 80% of all first impressions are done nonverbal. And if the number one thing they notice about you is your smile, then there's just no advantage to not having a nicer smile. And the number one reason why people have a bad smile is because they think they can't afford it. It's cost. It comes down to time, fear, pain. All those things say, I don't want to do it. But the number one reason is cost. And I think if you look at her smile, if you saw her at the hair salon, you would think she was one of the ladies that spent more than $10,000 on her veneers. Or they would have thought she got dentures. I know someone talked to me earlier today. Hey, Kayla, thank you, kiddo, for seeing me today. Twin, when you asked me earlier, you said you were not wanting to go into dentures. Guys, please send us 2 pictures. If you ever think that we can't help you, send me 2 pictures of your smile. We'll let you know real quick. Like in 2 minutes, we'll let you know if we can't help you. But if we can help you, then we'll do what we can to see what we can do to earn your business. But I do want you to know that so many people go into dentures early because they didn't know they had a choice, and people get their teeth grinded because they didn't know they had a choice. And I'm very appreciative when I see someone like this lady, and when that tells me that if it wasn't for me, she would be considering having her teeth grinded down for dental veneers, and they just weren't that bad. And the structure of your teeth are worth a lot. Guys, people don't know that when they grind their teeth, they really go all the way to stumps. And you're always dependent on the dental veneer. With the removable dental veneer, she still has the existing smile. It's not one she's crazy about, but it's healthy and it's part of her anatomy, and no one should destroy it. Not for sport, not just for an appearance, when we can get her that same appearance or better. I think the appearance that we gave her competes with cosmetic dentistry. And I think you'll see it I think you'll just see it. I think you truly will if you ask yourself, does this smile compete with cosmetic dentists that I've seen before? Is it as good or better? And potentially, I think you'll see that there's a lot of bad dental work out there. Guys, I want you to know this. The number one, 51% of all cosmetic dentistry that you see in a cosmetic dentist office today, according to the American Dental Association, is being redone, which means if 10 people are in a dentist office, 5.1 are there to get something fixed or redone. And listen, it's a $20 billion industry fixing botched dentistry. So when you look at this smile, even if you could find something that you wish you could do better about it, it's not a smile that has to be redone. With cosmetic dentistry and dental veneers, the cost to get work fixed and redone, 51% of all cosmetic dentistry today is work is considered botched or needs to be redone. And think about that. This is after your teeth have been grinded, after you paid for it. Just what I like is get the sense that this person doesn't have any regret. It comes on, it comes off, it can be upgraded. If something's better or different shades come available, she could literally just make a change and still have her natural bite. I think the world of her. Let me show you this next picture. I'm proud of this guy. I just got him, I think, last week. And I like both of these guys. Over 50, most men don't know what it's like to sit in a room and say, I think my smile made a difference today. Most men won't take that position. And I'll tell you, it changes so much about them. as a guy, you don't have a lot of things to do, but when you can truly leave an impression that you have a nice, healthy smile, I always tell people every week, Forbes magazine did a certain report that shows that over 15% of your income comes from your smile. What I'm trying to say is if you have a bad smile, I think it costs you 25, 30%, and not counting the missed opportunities. People think that after 40, they don't have to worry about their smile anymore, especially for men. It's true for women too, but especially for men. If they knew that it was affordable, and you got to realize most of the people I talk to, when we consider the affordability of their smile, they're not concerned about cost. Is it believable? Is it real? And will I regret it? The number one thing that people want to get away from with cosmetic dentistry is regret, and 51% regret it to some degree. They have to have it redone or pay for it over again, or it wasn't right, guys. And that's just the people that complain. And and I know that we have a neighbor, a friend, or a family member of somebody who has some dental veneer they wish they hadn't got done, or some crown that's causing them problem, or separating, or it's black at the gum line. Guys, it didn't age well. They say that porcelain doesn't change colors, but they're subject to fading based on ultraviolet. They are subject to some types of stains, and the discolorization from aging just doesn't work well with a lot of dental veneers. And it's the reason why it's a $20 billion a year industry, and it continues to grow. But when I can take two smiles, like the one I just showed you and the one that you're seeing now, guys, those are people that I think is showstoppers. They could have been fine. They were successful, had good lives, no problems, but they just wanted that look that gave them an edge that says, hey, I'm healthy. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go on vacation. I'm ready to ride my bike, do whatever I do. I want to live my best life. And there's no reason for me not to have a nicer smile that basically shows the world you're successful, you're healthy, you care about your choices. And here's the other thing. Underlying all of it, everyone knows what it's like to have a $10,000 or $20,000 debt. Nobody's proud of that debt. Nobody wants to keep paying a dentist or Care Credit or some loan company what could equate to a new car or a mortgage for some people. It's just not worth it if you can take your existing smile and convert it to where it's an attractive smile. I get it. Some people may want to get dentures. Some people may want to get 401 implants or I'm always concerned about people getting dentures too early, and I'm concerned about people getting implants because they don't know what they're getting into. And I see a lot of it. Or they get typical cosmetic dentistry that just doesn't do what they thought they were going to do, or it holds up. I can't tell you every day how many jobs that we get from people who want us to fix or go over a smile that's already been done from a dentist that they're embarrassed of. Anyway, so I'll get past that. Let me move on past these right here. Guys, today, let's go ahead and bring in Jamie. Before I do that, I want to bring up some questions. Guys, when Jamie gets here, be ready to ask any questions because this is a chance for you to ask the questions that you would ask somebody if you knew someone who had one of these. And I just think that's the best way to do it. If anybody, let me see what else I'm missing. Mm-hmm. No, let's bring Jamie back in. I want you guys to get ready to ask questions for, what's this right here? Oh, let me tell you a little bit about how I know Jamie. Jamie's an actual client of mine. I met him just as an average person. From what I understand is he works in engineering, and all I can tell you is anybody who's ever met a guy like Jamie is going to meet one of the nicest guys you've ever met, and he's well worth knowing. I met him at his home with his family a couple years ago. Let me think. And I think it was on a holiday, like in the middle of the summer. And he invited me to his home. I met his family, and then 4 years later, we've still touched base from time to time. And today he reached out and said, hey, I think I'm ready for another one, and agreed to do this, come in and do webinar. All I can tell you is genuinely this guy's the example of who we want to serve. Could have went to anybody in the world. Truly would not have missed a beat going to any dentist he wanted to go to, and literally said, listen, let me give this a try. And if it's worked for him for more than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. And I just think that it was worth having him on live. And I have a new set of veneers I want to give him today. Oh, okay. Is he already back? Then let's bring him in. Guys, if you can, say hi to Jamie. Come on in, sir. How are you doing? It's going to take a second getting set up. Have a seat.
You betcha.
What are you doing?
Good. Very good.
Have a seat. We're live. Let me see if anybody's got us doing anything. Let me see. You need us adjusted around? Me? Bill. Oh, yeah. They're going to have us tied it in here. All right. Boom. Jamie, I got some new veneers for you.
Yes, sir.
I do. Thank you.
Thank you.
How long has it been?
I know it was after, I think the impression I was 50, but I was actually 60 when I came in. I think I was 60, 61. Yeah, I'm now 64.
Oh, so it's been about almost 5 years.
Yeah, I think so. It has been a while, yeah.
These are a new color. Do you mind changing them out?
No, not at all.
These should be much whiter.
Okay.
If we did these 4 years ago, guys, what you don't know is we didn't have the ultra white for Jamie at the time. So today, I think I made these for him.
Thank you.
And they're a new veneer. This should be a scaled down version of what you have now. Okay. So we'll see. Okay. Never no guarantees.
Yeah.
I may embarrass
That's
myself,
okay.
but I think it's going to work. Let me see this.
I don't think so.
I'm going to open these for you. I thought we were going to send these to you.
Yeah.
So I just signed them just so Jamie knows I'll see them. Because sometimes you have people and you don't know if they know that you actually work on their work.
Yeah.
So if you get a package from me and I signed it, it's just because it's my way of saying hi. And I have these new
Bands?
Yeah, I want to give it to you. Because I think it says peace begins with a smile.
Yeah.
Do we have those last time I met you?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't remember getting a band. Can I put it on?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yeah. The other thing is, they tell me you work in aerospace engineering.
Yes, sir. I work at.
But you're also a trainer.
Yes, sir.
Like you train people.
Trainer. Yeah.
Do you do it just with friends or other people?
Lately, it's been mostly friends, but at the beginning, it was when I met you, I was training other people. I had clients coming and going, and different clients from time to time, and and it was another reason why I came to you because I needed more confidence, in my smile because I would hide my smile a little bit and try to.
So you got big old arms. You're working out every day at the gym. I did not know you were 60. Now today you're 64.
Yes, sir.
How's life feel?
It was great. And it actually was your veneers because of my confidence and smile. I was telling Connor, actually, I don't know if I told Connor this, but I entered a physique contest for the Masters, which is 60 plus.
Oh, okay.
And it was here in Fort Worth, the Johnny O Classic. And I took first place because there was really no competition.
Oh, I get it.
After the 60s. Now, it does happen around other places. And I'm seriously considering going again in August. There's another one coming up in August.
You look amazing. But you did then.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, but back then though, I wasn't that kind of physique yet. But because of my training. There's always that. Back. Yes, there's always that. But once you get that smile, you're free. I mean, it makes it. So
well, I will tell you, we're working on a different level now. This new white is the whitest you could possibly have a tooth, to where it still believes it's believable to the naked eye.
Yeah,
it has pigment in it. It still makes it believe that it's a bone color.
Yeah,
but I have top clients from all over the world. I have models in New York and Miami and California that call me, and I've let them try both veneers, the one that you have and this new veneer. And I haven't had one person ever even reorder both. They just only want the ultra white. because once you get used to carrying it, it becomes impressive. I think it's going to be a signature for you. And I think if your smile is, you've been proud of it before with a natural smile, that you're going to see that it makes a difference. Connor, can you get this mirror ready for me?
I mean, it's all impressive anyway. Seriously, it's all impressive to me, man. Every bit of it.
I do want you to know when I met you 4 years ago,
Yes, sir.
you invited me to your home. Like I drove out. They live out in the country. He lives way out in the country. I live kind of halfway in the country.
Yeah.
And so I thought this is not that far from me, and I drove it out to his home. I met
Heather
his
was
family.
with you.
Yeah, she filmed it for me.
Yeah.
And we drove out and met him, and I met a wonderful group of crew.
You brought my wife to tears.
She was. I think they were happy to see you make a change for yourself.
Yeah, she was so used to me. I had this bridge not bridge. I don't know what you call it. What I call it a bridge, but I had this one piece of tooth that would come out and it would bridge in and snap in, and it just my teeth were kind of ragged and all that and everything, and so she wanted that too because she always had a beautiful smile.
She wanted it for you.
Yeah, and she always had a beautiful smile. So when you gave me those and put them in, she just went like this and she just started going.
Because I think it puts you back together.
Yeah,
like it was a smile that finally fit your face.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody saw you as a natural smiler before that.
Yeah, right.
Where now I don't think you quit smiling.
Right.
I think you smile all day.
It's very hard not to.
I'm dying to see what this looks like.
Okay.
It takes a few minutes to get adjusted.
Okay.
And in case you don't know, we didn't send these to him in advance, and we don't know they're going to work. Like, because after 4 years, your smile can change a little bit. So let's see what they look like. If you don't mind, let's change them out.
Try it. Okay. This is the embarrassing part, y'all. Yes. I hate pulling these out. You can see they're.
Boom. Just set them upside down here.
Okay.
But he's had these for 4 years, guys. 4 years. People ask me how long they last. I promise you, I've got guys that wear them 10 or 12 years.
Oh my word.
They look a little bit shocking at first.
Oh, I love it. I love it. See how worn down these are?
Oh, I get it. Yes.
I wore them down just from.
Yes. Do you eat in them?
Yes, I do. I eat soft foods. I can eat enchiladas. I can eat a thin hard shell taco. But when it comes to steak and stuff, I've really got to cut it very, very fine to be able to eat it. So I have to slow down when I'm eating steak or something like that. Now, if nobody's around, I just pull them out.
I get it.
And then I eat on my own that way. But
I will tell you, it always comes down to the challenge that you have. If you're not missing any teeth, or if your teeth, that's going to be crazy for you.
I love you.
They look good.
I love you.
Thank you. They're going to be shocking, and then they're going to settle down. But if a 60-year-old man can be that striking of a smile, you're going to get used to them.
Yeah.
Do you ever wear the bottom?
No, I want to get bottoms.
Oh, we haven't made your bottom yet?
No. That's my fault. I haven't sent in for any impressions yet. Because the first time I ordered them, the bottom teeth were fine, they were okay. And over the course of the 4 years since I've seen you, I need bottoms now. Because
couple things I would always recommend is let's get you some bottoms, but I recommend we bleach your teeth. We have a cleaning serum for people who need their teeth cleaned. And what happens is we start trying to we put a cleaning serum on there to see if we can't brighten the tooth back.
Yeah.
And to see how much they want to wear them. Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with your bottom teeth, am I right?
No, they're strong, stout.
Yeah, they're fine. Yeah. So we're just going to bleach them, see what we can do.
Okay.
And then we'll put another veneer on them. Okay. And but I'm looking at them, and nobody's ever seen them more than I'm seeing them for the first time. Okay. They're very striking, very impressive. They
what do y'all think? What do y'all think?
They look chiseled. You having a tan makes them look a little bit whiter, but I'm telling you, they'll settle. Once you get used to them, they settle, and then people get used to them. But if for some reason you want us to tone it down, we can go back to a natural.
Well, that's what happened to these. They settled over time too, because you gave me a set that was on the bright side. It was on the bright side. And as you can see, over the years, I've stained them because I drink a lot of coffee.
Okay.
And now I got a question to ask you. I was using the last couple of months. I've been using from time to time Efferdent.
Oh yeah,
is that okay on these?
Everything's okay.
Okay.
I had a guy the other day was a European client called me and said, "I bought these instead of dentures." And what they do, he said, The thing about a good denture cream is they hold the denture in for like 11 or 12 hours.
Mhm.
So if you put a couple dots in, it should hold up. This guy was pretty edentulous. He
Mhm.
didn't have, I think he had 4 teeth in his
Yeah.
top. So we put those on, and I asked him, is he having any problems? And his only problem was he has to wear them for a few hours before he can take them out
Yeah.
because the cream is so strong.
Yeah.
But that's a good problem to have
Yeah.
because they do it in a way to keep them from knowing that they're going to come out. And so I'm pretty impressed with that.
Wow.
Let's see if anybody's got any questions for you, Jamie. Kaylin, I wish you met Kayla. She's a great girl. I'm going to show you her picture before long. They are the Incredibles. Because you're a friend of mine and I built these and we're neighbors, I wouldn't gonna sit and do anything that wasn't detailed.
Oh, man, I love you so much.
Well, we every once in a while you meet somebody, and I tell you, I always tell people it is so important to please send me your pictures so that I truly can make a difference in meeting your facial structure. And I knew you a little bit then, but you're a lot more in better shape now than you were then.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? How
Yeah.
many people at 60 can say
Yeah.
they were better shape at 64 than they were at 60?
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing.
I remember being jealous the first time.
Yeah, well, it was because of this too, believe it or not. Because once I was able to smile and spread myself up a little bit more, I felt more confident. And I also trained. I was getting a lot of like female clients that wanted a little bit of self defense, and and I always train by warming them up through boxing techniques before I weightlifted. And so through that, talking to friends and all that and everything and back and forth, they say, you really ought to enter the Masters. And I go, before I wouldn't have done that. But this time I said, sure, I'll give it a shot. And
if you're 64 years old and you think you have the appearance for the Masters, it's because you know facially you can meet that crowd. It's hard to do without a smile.
And there's one in here, if I can find it. I hope I can get it real quick without putting you on too much.
No, take your time.
But there's one in here where
you take your time and find it for a second.
You bet.
Let me see if I've got anybody to talk to.
There's one in here. No.
Oh yeah, she said I've done a few dots. She's Kayla's telling us that she's done some dots before with the denture cream. I had the hardest time trying to pull them off after 8 hours. Yeah, if you put denture cream in, the advantage is it works. The disadvantage is sometimes you want to take them out prior to the 8 hours or 10 hours or whatever. But I do like it as a way to be a permanent veneer. I've had people ask me, can I wear these permanently? And we've even we've done some research on trying to create a cement or a temporary cement that's available in dentistry through cosmetic office for a temporary hold. And sometimes they'll wear a provisional for a week or two until their crown can come in. And there's cements that make that possible. That's not that hard to remove, and they just basically wear off. But we haven't found anything that competes more with the denture cream. And so there's been some times where we've looked at making a veneer for people who have lost a lot of teeth that is based on them using a denture cream every time. I tell people every day, if you have any concerns about them being tight, don't be afraid to put denture cream on it. And the reviews that I get back from it is that not only does it work, but it's really strong, especially if you can get one that's that has a light color. Sometimes they'll wear one that's got a darker color. Oh,
I don't have any signal in here, but this is a photo I had from the history. I was trying to find the one where I walked on stage and I was smiling big. I was just smiling coming on stage,
which you wouldn't have done otherwise.
I wouldn't have done otherwise, but
that's amazing,
this
guys.
This is the
when was this taken?
This was
show the camera.
I think it was about 6 months after I got the things from you.
Oh, cool! Yeah. And you started just smiling in front of people.
Yeah, and I don't have any signal.
What you don't know is I promise you this. He wasn't a smiler when I met you. You were a happy person, but I could already tell that you were used to.
Yeah, I was used to keeping it.
And I think that's what happened with your wife, where you get a true thank you when people. Let me say this, and I'm gonna go off key for a minute. Guys, you don't go into someone's home and meet their family and then hand them a new smile. If it looks bad, they're going to tell you in a minute. And you can see it in their faces. They don't have to tell you.
Yeah.
Your family's the kindest people ever. And
Yeah.
if I'd done a bad job, I would have just known it from just not the thank yous. Yeah. But when I saw his wife look at me like, thank you, I knew that we had done something.
Yeah, it brought her to tears. She actually went like this, and she was starting to cry. And
tears of joy for somebody she cares about.
And my sons were in there. They happened to be there that day. You came in on a perfect day.
It was like a holiday. He was having family dinner with his family.
Yeah, my boys were there, and my daughter-in-law was there, and they all had pretty smiles. She has a beautiful smile. So when that happened, they were like, "Oh!" And when you left, and my wife wasn't expecting you. That was a surprise for her. She wasn't expecting that.
Oh, you brought somebody to her home?
I didn't tell her that. I didn't tell her I had ordered these. I didn't tell her that you were coming. I didn't tell her that. I wanted her to.
Yeah, I remember her saying he doesn't do anything for himself.
Yeah,
he never does anything for himself. Like, I guess you don't spend money on yourself.
I do now. I bought that bike.
Oh, you bought a motorcycle?
I actually had that motorcycle before. I had you had showed up, but I'm into the motorcycles and Harleys, and so I got a couple Harleys now. So
you got more than one?
Yeah, you got to have a backup.
How many can you ride?
You can only ride one at a time. I've tried riding two.
I've seen this smile for a few minutes. Yeah. I think it's going to be striking for you.
I love it, man.
You want to see it again?
Oh yeah. Trust me. Oh man, I love it. Oh,
I'm going to hold it for you for a second.
It's so good.
You haven't seen it this bright.
I can see it in the camera.
It's going to take a little bit to get used to. Look how good it looks. Yeah. You see it on that right there? I just think it looks amazing. And it wouldn't be for everybody. Okay. Some people can't handle it. You've got to be real careful when you make someone a nice smile. But when I look, I like what I do for people over 50. What I also like is it makes sense for them.
Yeah.
Because you bought 2 Harleys. If you would have went to the dentist and they would have done implants on your teeth, we're probably talking $25,000.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be able to. No, I wouldn't have done that.
It would have at least maybe helped you back on some decisions, or made not as free to spend on other people that you care about.
Right.
And so,
and that's the reason I was able to buy them, because everybody had what they wanted. And this is what happened. I when my kids were little, I was on motorcycles I grew up on motorcycles, and I was in Pensacola, Florida, and I had a wreck. And I thought, I could have orphaned the kids. Now at that time, I didn't have Harley, but I had a street machine. And I thought, I gotta dump this hobby, because I don't want this to happen to the kids. I don't want to be fatherless. And so I did. And I promised myself, when the day comes when the kids are grown up and everybody's okay, I'll get me a bike. And sure enough, my wife had a brand new car. My son had a brand new one. The other one was in the Marines. One was in the Navy. They had new cars. And my other son was graduating from UTA, and he had a new car. And I thought, I'm the only one. And I was driving a beat up pickup, which I didn't mind. I don't mind that. I like driving beat up cars.
Me too.
I do. I like to beat up cars because I don't care where they park them. But I did want a motorcycle back again. And so I broke down, and I thought, everybody's good. I'm getting one. And it was after that I started thinking about my smile, and I was training.
One more thing. You were pulling us up together. You needed one more set of tools.
Yes. Yeah.
And I always tell people life's about advantages. If you can get an advantage where you can get a nice smile without having to pay 10 or 20,000, then it's like the motorcycle was almost free.
Yeah, exactly. And I found you when I found you online. I can't remember how I found you, but I ran across you. It was due to online or something. But I looked at that. I go, is this for real? And I'm looking, and I studied, and I'm looking. I go, that can't be right. I go, no.
I remember we talked about it. You thought this. You almost thought you were willing to waste the money. You wanted it that bad.
Yeah.
Like, if it was too good to be true, then the alternative is still a lot of money afterwards.
Yeah.
I will tell you, a lot of people watching this today will say they're only in it because they're trying to do their due diligence. Yeah. And all I can tell you is you take a man that works out basically as his hobby and helps other people be the best person they could be. I can't imagine you being you with the smile that you had before. I don't think anybody could imagine. Yeah, no. I guess you wear these every day?
Yes, every day.
How did you lose I think you lost 2 teeth?
One tooth I lost was in a racquetball game, and it was in Alaska. That was the first one I lost out. Another one I lost because it just kept getting, I told them just yank the tooth because I got tired of it having to do a root canal and all that.
And so they put you on a flipper?
Yeah, and then that's the one they put the flipper on.
And you hated that?
Yeah, I can't stand that, and I didn't like it. And of course the flipper never quite matches the rest of the teeth, and so there you got that off, and then in time others got pulled because I started telling them, look, if I have to get a crown or something like that, just yank it, because I was getting older now. I was in my 50s at the time.
I tell people all the time that they always talk to me, well, I'm thinking about doing a flipper or something. And the problem is that it's only going to match your existing teeth. But if your existing teeth have had so much wear and tear,
that's what happened.
Why do you want to match a smile that's already not perfect? Because now you've got to keep up with the smile that's not perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And if you decide to bleach your teeth or improve your existing smile, then you can't improve that flipper.
The flipper's back to right.
And it's the same way about most dental veneers. When they only do 1 or 2 dental veneers, well, they're restoring those veneers to match your existing smile. For some reason, your smile gets whiter through bleaching or new toothpaste or whatever. Now you've got teeth that have different shades because you can't change a veneer that's already put on. Because what I really want you to know is that we help smile makeovers for any age.
So many people.
And to be able to do it where you have the best smile of your life at 60 or even more, or even 50, guys, even over. But it's weird that I say that. I do that because I try to get an audience. But the truth is if you're 40 and your smile's better than it was at 30, then you don't believe it.
Yeah.
And if you're 25 and your smile's better than it was at 20, then you're like Kayla, where all you're concerned about is that you get to take your best picture. Did we get those pictures from Kayla that we got this week? Did we use those? Well, we didn't use them for this. Kayla, thank you for sending me some new pictures. Edwin says it's, let me see, has I missed anything? Anybody I need to answer? I always get her name wrong. It's Ewan. She does. This one lady, Nancy, says, do they feel natural or do they feel bulky?
These?
Yes.
She's asking me?
Yeah.
They when they first went in, I could feel the difference. I could feel like a slight
like a layer?
Yeah, like a
really thicker or thinner?
Thicker. They're thicker than these. But just talking to them and just this amount of time, I've almost already forgot they're in there.
What happens is you've been wearing that for 4.5 years.
Right. And these are beat up. They're pretty. And you can see here I've worn holes
from wearing them every day.
Yeah, from wearing them every day. I'm sorry, Connor.
There you go.
Okay. See the holes in it? It's from me wearing them so much. I've worn them out so much. And but no, they actually feel, I like that snug kind of tight feel. And so they feel great to me. I like that.
You don't feel like they're coming out at all.
No, and I like that. I like it tight and feeling tight a little bit.
What I do,
and I know in time it'll loosen a little bit because they just tend to do that because your mouth's going to adapt to it. So I know it's going to probably, but I almost don't want that to happen. So
I get it. This material that we use now has a special flex, but it's only at the top, not at the bottom. So there's a sponge part at the gum line, but the rest of it shouldn't give as much.
Yeah.
And anytime you're using something to bite with, you're going to have some flex in it.
Yeah.
But the adjustments are a lot smaller than what we got with what we had before. I am super impressed. I hope you guys can see. I think we took it to another level.
I love it, man. I do.
It looks amazing for you. I think it's going to take a little bit to get used to.
Uh-huh.
But I like the details. I like the incisal margins. You want to see it again?
Yeah.
I do like
what I can't help but laugh. It just tickles my heart, man. It really does.
What I do know is that you wouldn't be smiling if you didn't have it. And if you had a flipper, you would have a regular smile.
Yeah, right.
I think you use it as a feature. I think you use it as one of your, if it's just who you are. It's been impressive for me.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got to do it. Guys, let's see what else we got going on today. I ordered mine. Shipping dates are in April. I can't wait. Spencer, if you've ordered yours and you're getting your veneers and you get your impressions, please send me a picture. Give me a paragraph of your story. Tell me where you're at, where you're from, what's behind your smile. And the reason being is because I will personally take your smile and design it for you. And it helps me if I have a conversation about you. So if you can, just give me something so I know you when I'm designing your smile. Let me see what else I'm missing. Any more questions, guys? Anybody? I'm going to wrap up the questions. What's the list of questions we got? Oh, I see it. Okay, hold on one second. Boom. Let me tell you, number one, I never met you before we did these.
Right.
So what was it like dealing with the company before you bought them?
Well, first of all, the phone calls were impressive. I really enjoyed talking to them. I can't remember who I talked to on the phone. And then the order went way smoother than I thought it would because you guys sent that package.
Yeah, it's a three-way process.
It was a very clear, concise, and the fact that you had a YouTube channel, you showed a YouTube channel
how to take the impression.
Yeah, and that was big to me because I didn't want to make a mistake because I knew once that was done, it's over with.
Yeah, that's it. That's the foundation.
I watched your YouTube channel over and over for any details I might be missing. I bet I watched it about 5, maybe 6 times. And then once I got it down, okay, I know what he's doing. I understand what he's saying. And with that snugness that you were talking about, and you had to kind of work it out a little bit, I go, okay, that's what I want. Because is it loose or does he want it deep? And I go, he wants it deep. So that was huge to me. And that helped me a lot in making those impressions.
One of the big things, people always get afraid that they can't make their own impression. Mm-hmm. And I tell them, if the difference between you having a new smile and taking your own impression is thousands of dollars, mm-hmm. There's no value in paying a dentist thousands of dollars just to take your impression.
Right.
Now, I work with a lot of dentists every week that call me and say, one of your clients came in and is asking me to do the impression. What do you want? How do you want them done? And I just say, we want the tightest impression we can get.
Yeah.
And basically they let the impression set for about 2 minutes. It starts getting hard, mm-hmm. and then they pull it down through a vacuum, mm-hmm. by just tapping on it a little bit at a time. Mm-hmm. But the impressions are not that tough considering what you paid in the alternative. Mm-hmm. And the second thing I tell them is we do model manipulation. If you give me 90% of a good impression, I can modify the drag a little bit to make sure that it's fine.
You did that for me too. You did that for me. You came back with another set later. After you met me in the home and everything, you said, I think I'm going to adjust that. And you did that for me. You made an adjustment to the set.
Yeah, I think when I saw him the first time, I thought they were going fine. It looked good, and I could have been quiet.
I would have been fine with it. I would have been just happy with it.
But I think
you
I
wanted
asked
to go further.
Will you let me see if I can do it better?
Yeah.
And that's
I'm gonna
one
say
of
no to that, right?
As I promise you, people. Yeah, I get it. What I want you to know, if you're considering me, is one of the reasons why I asked for the after pictures is so that I can see if the work we did was accurate. We saved that file, and adjustments to those files are not that big a deal for us. So if we can do it better, we want to do it better. And I think that was the situation with you.
Yeah.
I saw you change so much that I didn't want that to be compromised. Yeah. And after a couple of days, you bite into them and they seat. It's called seating the bite. Uh-huh. And when they do that, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any regret. And I just didn't want. I wanted to make sure that we had the best smile we could. And sometimes the adjustments are noticeable, and sometimes they're not. And I think in this situation, I guess yours were.
Yeah.
You went ahead and wore the second pair?
Yes, I did. And the first pair I wore because you had that pair. The second pair I wore more regularly than the first, but I wore the first one on outings, like if we went out to just for the night, like we like to go to outdoor concerts and stuff,
I always tell people one to show, one to go. Mm-hmm. You got one you work with daily, and then you want one for events and presentations.
But this one, I'm wearing all the time. No, I'm wearing this one all the time. Oh, yeah.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you another one. You get it? So that you always have one in case something happens. There are people that are dear friends of mine. Kayla, if you're watching, I don't know if Kayla, do you have another veneer? Did I make you one to show, one to go? Oh, she did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's look at it. Yeah, her smile is amazing. And so with that, um, I can't imagine. She's 27 years old. She's trying to get her life started. She works at a grocery store, and she said, Bill, I saw family members that I knew that helped raise me as a kid, and I couldn't go see them because my smile had deteriorated so bad. She had an unattractive smile, and to be 20 years old and not married, and wanting to get your life started, it was not a gift for her. It wasn't a luxury. The other thing I want to talk is people like Jamie. One of the things you don't know that I appreciate about you is I know after 4 years you could have went anywhere. You could have bought it as a crutch and then had 4 years to go. This time I'm going to get it done. But I think, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but you thought enough of the quality that there was just no reason to replace it, and go spend $3,000 or $4,000. And if there was a reason, you would have spent it,
Right.
And I always tell people, if you buy these instead of implants, you're not going to. It's not going to be. Most of the time, they buy thinking, "Let me just buy myself a year to think about it, to find the right doctor, the right," and then they never go into them because they can't imagine it being any better. Or the implants are only going to be for 4 to 6 people. Most people aren't ready. At 64, you wouldn't be ready for dentures even for 10 more years.
And that's the thing. I honestly, when you gave me these, I thought, I don't know where this is going to take me, but I'm going to take advantage of it until
until whatever
comes.
day.
Whenever that is. Well, whatever that is just came. And I was talking to my wife. I said, I'm going back. I'm going to go back and see Bill. I'm going to go call him. I'm going to see if I'm going to get another set. I'm going to try to talk another set.
The other thing is you referred a lot of people to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I see that. I've heard that a lot. And I know that with a few other clients. I have other clients that tell me, so-and-so sent me, so-and-so sent me so consistently that I don't have enough time to reach out and think back to people. But when you've made an impression, when you've got a guy that works in the aerospace engineering field and truly can make any decision he wants about his appearance, it humbles me. Every year we try to improve what we do. And 4 years ago, we didn't have this type of shading. And I don't know if we've been bold enough. And now,
man, you guys are doing wonderful work, though. That's amazing work you're pulling out of here.
I will tell you, it's going to make a difference. And I think it's going to impress you.
Yeah.
But,
oh, man. Yeah. I just,
I will tell you that I've had a few bodybuilders call me and say that it's a secret for them, that people always ask them, how do you get your teeth so white? And when you get the stage lighting on them, and then they have a naturally not a natural dark tan, the way they compete, it's been.
Well, I want you to know that's not natural. That's not natural. You, the day of the meet, and sometimes the night before, you go get sprayed, and it's a dark spray.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and it's the kind of spray where you don't even want to lay down on your bed, and you don't want to shower because it's got to seep in. But the day of, too, you go back and get resprayed. Even black people get sprayed because what it does is it removes a lot of it smoothens out, and it also shows any striations or muscle separation that you want to see. So that's the reason for their darkness. That's the reason for it. So what you saw there, I've been sprayed.
If there's ever a day that you want to have a white smile, it's the day you have dark skin.
That's right, and it really it stands out, that white smile. That's why I was hoping I could, but I have no signal in here. I was hoping to show you that when I walk out stage and I'm smiling when I'm coming out.
Will you share it with us later?
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you.
Guys, one thing I want you to know is that these smiles are contoured a little bit different than those. At that stage, we were still making flatter teeth. These teeth are designed now to be reflective, to reflect light.
Yeah.
They have we contour them. They are contoured with a pearl shape. And I don't know if you've ever seen the inside of a pearl, but when you turn it, it reflects light.
Yeah.
These are designed to reflect light. So it should be more noticeable under certain lighting. And in certain places that are set up with good lighting, you're going to see that the teeth are more reflective. Guys, I hope I've answered some questions today. If you can, you're still listening, tell me where you're from. We're going to wrap it up, but just tell me where you're from. Anything for me? Kayla said thanks. Is she back in? Yeah, I always know Kayla's from Ohio. I met her, and she's an amazing young lady. And
she's from Ohio?
Yeah, I actually went to Ohio to see her.
Really?
just her smile was one of those smiles that you couldn't, nobody would help her.
Yeah.
And it was messed up. And so we
Kayla,
said,
did he bring you to tears?
yeah, it was pretty much a
Did you?
tough deal. Me and her mom are friends now.
Yeah.
And I haven't met her mom, but her mom sent me a warm thank you. But she's just, she was the type that never would open her smile.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
And now she smiles amazingly.
Yeah.
You saw her smile.
It changes your person. Well, I'm gonna say it changes your personality, but it changes your.
Let me show you.
Changes
Let me say this. I've got a picture of you on my phone, Kayla, just because. This is just.
She's a pretty girl.
Can you imagine her not smiling?
Yeah. That's a pretty girl.
Kayla, thank you for your picture. She sent that to me on Facebook this week. And I just can't imagine taking that smile away from her.
No kidding.
Or telling somebody she owes thousands of dollars.
Yeah, you should be smiling regularly now.
And then she sent me a deal. Says, "Hey, my boss is picking me for a promotion." And all I know is I used to tell people.
I love it.
Yeah. And so she means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Let me see who else am I talking to this weekend. Twin, I want to wear red lipstick. It's gonna take you a while to wear lipstick with these veneers. You got to be good at it. Not you can't do it, but you got to get used to them because initially, your lips aren't trained to stay off your teeth. So I just want to give you a warning on that.
Yeah, and then my wife made me stop wearing red lipstick. So.
Oh yeah, I don't wear any either.
You gotta watch out.
Let me see. And Spencer, if you're still listening, please send me pictures. Guys, if we have any more questions, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you. I want to say thank you for Jamie. Guys, you got to be brave to come on and talk about your smile. If you'd seen him, you probably just would think he spent a lot of money at a cosmetic dentist.
Yes.
And the conversation would never come up.
They think that.
But you just wouldn't forget it. People who meet you will say you have a nice smile.
One of the guys that came into it, he asked me, he said, how much did you? I said, no, I got these. They're called, I said, I call them Bill Veneers because he uses that term. I said, but they're veneers. And he goes, I don't understand. And I said, okay, I'm going to do something I've never done in front of anybody. And I popped them off. And it was Matt. I popped them off. And he was like, oh, and so he wanted to know. And so, I think he was one of the ones that came to you. Yeah.
Yeah. But with that, when
I stopped you, I'm sorry.
When you got a smile that you can take what was one of your worst features and make it one of your better features. Life's about advantages. Life's about a change. And when you have confidence, character, and self-esteem are things that let you put your best foot forward. And then you get to be better for the people you care about.
Yes, sir.
And whether you're young or old, we have grown kids. Kayla doesn't have any kids, but she's got people that depend on her.
Yeah.
And I think it helps them be either a better parent or better daughter, better friend, better coworker. And I just like what we do. And I like it when it shows. And very few people stand out as much as you do. And your story stands out because you could have went to anybody.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Guys, thank you for letting me share this story this week. I hope it's helped. Any last questions that I'm missing? Let me see. Jamie, thank you. Let me see what else is going on. Everybody's saying thanks, Jamie.
Thank you, y'all.
Cool. We'll see you next week. Thank you guys for checking in. I'll see you next week. Bye. We did it.